Hello, welcome to my channel. Happy Friday in the middle of July. Whoo, is it hot out. I've just been playing around with some things. I don't have a lot to share with you, but I've been making some little booklets with prints of my own prints that I like, and I've been playing around with tracing paper and vellum, and well, I make these little bags, paper bags, and I sell them in my shop, and I have different prints, and I wanted to enlarge them and use them in a different way. So what I did was I decided to print some on vellum and some on tracing paper. These are envelopes that I make out of tracing paper, and when I sell these little bags, they're 4x4. There's 3 designs, 2 of each in a set, and I have 2 sets of them. Then I put them in one of these envelopes, which I close with double-sided foam tape so that you can easily open it or remove it, whatever you want to do. I use these prints, these envelopes that I've made, and there's no specific envelope that comes with a specific set of bags. I just pick one up randomly, whatever's on my table when I'm doing the order, and I put them in there. So I also use some of these in these little booklets, and I use some of the dresses that I put out recently in here, and I thought this was a really neat way to showcase them, and these could go into a journal or a folio or whatever you want. They would be a nice gift as well. And what I am going to do here, besides show you what's inside, I'm going to show you how I put them together with just this ribbon. And I know that that's not the best way to put something together, but if you're just starting out and you don't have eyelets, you don't have a crocodile chopper thing that puts in the eyelets, you don't have metal rings, because you could do it that way as well, and you don't know how to do the tab bindings, well, that's the way it was for me. I didn't know anything, and I just kept watching video after video till I found out. But while this stuff was sitting on my table, my work table, and I was playing around with it, I decided I just wanted to put a little booklet together and use some coffee dyed paper that I had just done, and some book pages, and then I printed some of the paper bag prints on here, and I used a glassine bag for the center, and that's all I did. That's all these are made of, and so I will be showing you how I put them together like this after I do the flip through. So I started out, this was my first one. I wanted to do it very small. I wanted to see how it would work. Now these shoes are out of my last collection it's a retro collection, 1950s women. And what you do have to do when you open these, you have to pull your ribbon over so that you have to have room for the page to open. And what I did here, this actually has a pocket. I glued the sides to the coffee paper, because if you don't glue tracing paper or vellum down to something, it will curl up. So this one I glued to the coffee paper. This one I just put an edge here and a little tuck space for a tag, and I used a cool sticker from the dollar store that a dear friend of mine sent me because I was out of them, and she had some, so she sent them, and I just added a little bit of lace, whatever, but it keeps it nice and flat, and that's what I did with this one too. And then I stamped the word vintage on here, but this is also a tuck space. But like I said, this was my first one, so I really wasn't sure what to do. And this page, I don't know how I made it bigger than that, but I did. And I put these shoes on here in this trim. Then you open it, And here's another one of the Dollar Tree stickers that I love. They look like metal. And then this is just tracing paper of a print that I have that I haven't done anything. I haven't put it in a collection or anything. But I like it, so I used it to make another page of it. And this is tracing paper from the back of one of these. And I just cut it, ripped it, and glued it. I use tacky glue. It seems to be the most see-through of the glues. I also use double-sided tape. Not foam tape, but regular, you know, Scotch tape like, but it's double-sided. And so then this is the other side, because you can see through that, and I like that, you know. And then a book page, and I put some coffee paper there, some appliques. You could write a little note. And then over here is some of my bow and coffee paper and applique. And then this is one of the dresses from the retro collection. And I just trimmed it with lace, put some lace behind it. It's on the glassine bag. And then I made a tag and put that inside. And then on this side, I kind of left it blank because, well, if anybody's going to write in it, you know. And I put some pretty trim here that a friend sent me, and some sari silk, which really matches the coffee paper, coffee dyed paper. And then this dress I decorated from the 18th century era, the vintage Victorian dresses that I have up. There's 21 of them. And I just cut this out of some organza and trimmed it with some vintage lace. Thank you, Angie. And I put some bridal applique down here that I've coffee dyed and put more of that came from there. I love to take organza and cut around it. And you can cut right close to it and then glue it. And I use tacky glue, and then the edges don't fray. Now, if you like frayed edges, that's cool too. You could do it either way. But this one, I glued it right down, and I think it looks like part of the page, so it came out pretty good. I did put rhinestones here, and then I went crazy with the lace on the bottom. But we're girls, we can do that, right? And one of my stamps, I stamped this page. And over here, this is a hat from my retro, and these are from the Victorian dresses. And under here is a place to put something. It's like a belly band, but it is the other side of the glassine bag. And I just put a journaling card in there. And then over here, I used one of the purses from my retro collection, and I put in a little scrappy pad of coffee paper. And this is tracing, well, this is vellum actually. I put it in between. I used a brad to put this tag in there, and I put it in my purse as I would if I were going out. And then this is coffee dyed paper, and this is tracing paper that I printed these roses on, and I just put it on there to give it some decoration. And you can see some of the book paper behind it. I like that look. And then some appliques that I had dyed, hand dyed. And then over here is a book page with some more coffee paper on it. Part of the vellum from, let's see, from this page here. So this vellum part was clear, but you can write a note here and, you know, cover it with the vellum, and it's see-through, but it's still a little hidden. And then here is more of the tracing paper that was pink with roses that I glued on here. And then this is the back of the Paris paper, and it just has dots. Now, I didn't coffee dye this very much. No, I don't think, I mean, I didn't ink it. Sometimes I ink and sometimes I don't. And you will see that I inked, I think it was a lot in this one. No, maybe not. Maybe it's this one. Yes, this one I inked a lot. And I'm going to pull these ribbons over. Now, I've hot glued the knots together, otherwise it will not stay knotted. They'll come undone. So you got to be aware of that. And you got to be aware when you put a page on or you glue something on a page that you don't glue the ribbon down. So, I mean, you can, rings would be fine here too as well. It's just what I wanted to do at the time to see if it would work. It worked. I like the ribbon. And this is vellum. And I already showed you this little side. And then here is a print. I printed on coffee dyed paper. And then I just layered with lace and cutouts. Now these roses flowers are from the retro collection. And I ripped all of the pages and I inked them quite heavy. I wanted the ink to really show. And on this side, I did a little scrappy pad with vellum or tracing paper, I can't tell which, and a bow. I'm going to do a bunch of bows and put them in my shop. If you're interested, if you would like, what am I doing here? Okay. If you like using bows, I love using bows, so that you can either fussy cut them or I will cut them for you. They will be in the shop. They're not in the shop right now, but they will be, because I've been playing with this and taking glue off here. And once I start playing, it's a hard time. I have a hard time to stop. This is tracing paper that I printed the lines on. And this hat and shoes are from my retro collection. And then I printed this print, which is one of the bags. Is it? No, I don't have this as a bag yet. I will. I'll get it done. I haven't got it yet. This is just printed on coffee dyed paper. And then I inked the edges. This is from my Victorian dresses. And this is from the retro. I just put lace behind on a book page and another piece of lace that was there, an applique that I hand dyed. And then over here I left it blank. I am not selling these because I don't like the way the coffee paper came out, it all wrinkled. And I did try to iron one, the wrinkles still wouldn't come out. So I piled them up on top of each other. So I think they kind of squished and whatever. They didn't turn out good anyways. So, and I stamped Mercantile. It's light on here, on this glassine bag. And I put some lace trim. And then inside here is, let's see, I showed you, it's right in the front here. This antique I made, this is also my print. All of these are my prints. I haven't put them all in collections yet, but I have, because I have a ton of them. And if I ever get them all in before I die, it'll be absolute miracle if I get them in my shop. I love making them, and I love editing them, but listing them, I'm not real good at. It just takes too long, I'm telling you. I'd rather be making something new. And so this is the glassine bag. I didn't put anything in the middle, but I cut this end out. And I put a little tag in there. I don't know what I'm going to do with these. Then over here is the other side of the glassine bag. And here's the dollar store sticker that I love. And a tag that I made. And more tags. And then this, I am going to offer this in a collection of, I'm trying to do a collection of what would be stamps if you don't have a stamp. Everybody wants stamps that I have. They don't make them anymore. So I'm trying to make them into graphics so that you can print them out, whether you want to print them out on fabric or you want to print them out on coffee dyed paper, tracing paper, whatever you want. Something that will be fun and that you enjoy. It'll be kind of similar to what the real stamps are that I don't know where you can get them anymore. Anyways, these shoes are from the Retros collection. I love shoes. I love the women's shoes. We all do, don't we? And some applique, coffee dyed, not dyed. And this is real vintage trim from my friend Angie. And I dyed it pink. And then over here, this is one of the bags, and I put a tag in here. And then I went haywire and nuts with the lace on this dress. This dress is not in any collection. It was one I threw out. I said I didn't want to use in a collection, so I covered it up so you can't see it. But I decorated it. You can decorate anything like that. And this is from the retro collection. And then this here is tracing paper. I love to print, see, like this, you can see through. Now when I close it, I can kind of see what is in the back there. And I really like that. When you open it, it's the bag, and I put a couple tags in there. But you can see. Isn't that pretty? I like that. So I've been playing around with that. I haven't seen a lot of people do it, but I'm sure people have done it. I just haven't done it, and now I have done it. All right, and this is probably my favorite one out of all of them. This is the retro roses, and I showed you that. This is from the Victorian dresses. They're very pretty. Now make sure that I have this right. Pull the bows over so that nothing rips. And that's what we don't want, is something to rip. Okay, and so this gown I decorated. And it is one of the ones that I would cut out for you. I offer them printed and cut, or you can print them yourself and cut them on your own machine, because I have put them in PNGs, which most every cutting machine will take. And then I wanted to have, so here's the front page with some lace here. Here's the page with a little bit of lace there. Then over here, because this is that lace on this side, I wanted more lace, so I added this little flip-up note scrappy pad thing. I put some lace, kind of see-through lace behind there on the book page. And then I stamped here, and I put the roses from the retro. I made a little envelope and some lace. And then this one, everybody liked this gown when I did it and showed it before. It's from the Victorian gowns. And I just added, I love to layer. I think layering is good. I did show you how to make those hangers in one of the videos that shows these gowns. I did show that. And then over here, I made a smaller gown, because obviously I can adjust all of my graphics to whatever size I want. So I added some lace, and I made it a flip up, and there's a little pocket here. I didn't put anything in it, but let me see something that I didn't see. Maxie, go lay down. I'm busy, honey. I'll get to you in a minute. Yeah. Okay, where did I put that? You know, I don't know what I do sometimes. Maybe it's in this one. No. I had a little, I'll probably come to it. Let's just keep going. Never mind. Here is the glassine bag. I stamped mercantile on this one too. Used some applique. And this is just some bridal lace that I dyed, coffee dyed. And this is one of those bags, but I printed it on coffee paper. And here's a shoe on top of an applique, which I think they match. And then this is another bag that I just showed you in the beginning, that I think we have that one available. Quite sure if I can find it. I'll show it to you. You know what? I don't think I do. What is wrong with me? Okay, this one's not available yet, but it will be after this, because I use this all the time. Vintage Boutique. I love it. And then there is your text, your book pages, some coffee paper. I didn't finish decorating this because time was getting away from me, and so on. Okay, I just want to know, though, real quickly, I'm going to look through. I wanted to show you a particular tag, and oh, here it is. Okay, see, it's hiding on us. Okay, it's a tag that I put under here, and I used that rose to stick there. Now, where was I gonna? Over here. Oh yeah, okay. So here's this little pocket. So you could stick something like that there, you know. But isn't that cool? I like that. It made it, it kind of disguised it. I couldn't even remember I put it there. Oh, gee. Okay. I'm going to come. Okay, I'm back. My poor dog was doing a dance under the table. He had to go out. He's a good dog. He waits forever. He's a very good dog. Okay, so what I'm going to show you, and I don't have a lot of time left on my card for some reason, my memory card. I did the cover. I did a coffee paper, a book page, another coffee paper printed on, a book page, and a bag. That's all I did. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pages. And I use these clamps from, now I want to make sure I got the bag where I want. The bag is bigger than everything else, and you got to make sure everything is really close to the center. Okay, they're all together in the center. And then you can clip them. And if you have an awl, just take your awl and come out a little bit because you're going to need the room. And you want to make sure you get all the pages and just make a hole. That might be out a little bit too far, but I'm kind of just showing you. Okay, so now we have 3 holes. I'm going to leave those clamps on. And I took about 11 inches of an eighth of an inch ribbon. And I got this big upholstery needle. And I'm going to pull it through the first hole. Yeah. There we go. And then I'll take another one. Yep, he's barking at all the other dogs out there. This is a dog neighborhood, let me tell you. Every dog in every house, a dog in every house. Which is fine, but they all walk their dogs, and my dog, he's a little guy. He jumps up on the couch and looks out the window, and sometimes he scares me, though. I don't expect it, and he just starts barking. He's a little dog with a big bark. I can't even believe how loud he barks. It's like, stop. Okay, so now we have them like that. You're going to need a popsicle stick, and you can undo your clamps because now everything is together, and we're going to open it up to the center flat like that and put it down this way. Okay, and you're going to take your popsicle stick and you're going to tie the first ribbon. All the ribbons are going to be the same. Take your first ribbon and tie it. Make sure that popsicle stick is there. Put a bow in there. Go down to the next one. Do the same thing. The popsicle stick is to make sure you don't tie it too tight. You want to tie these loose, and that just kind of stabilizes the ribbon for you. Let's see. I got some new fingernails today. Oh, I love them. I had to wear them. I love buying fingernails. My fingernails are just terrible, especially when you've been inking and gluing all day. Got to put something nice on. You're not going to see my clothes or anything, so I might as well wear something pretty on my hands. Okay, that's the second one. And the last one. Tie it the same way. Okay. Take your popsicle stick out and get your hot glue gun out and glue it. If you've got one of these, they're great. Glue this to your silicone pad, not to your fingers, not to your popsicle stick. Make this nice and tight. Make the loops as small as you want. When you get it where you want, Put your silicone pad under there and glue. Stick that knot together so it does not come apart, because when you open and close, obviously it loosens everything up, so you don't want that. And just, I go back sometimes and redo it again because I'm like that. I want it really nice and tight and secure. I do not want things falling out after I've worked all day on them, you know? Okay, put this one up. Just glue them together. Don't get on my fingernails. Popsicle stick. Too much glue. Okay, and that's it. That is it. I have 4 minutes on my memory card. So, and then I trim the edges off, and I come over and look, see, I've got room, and that's what you need. You need room to open your pages, and I go through, open the pages, and they lay flat, and then I know I can decorate. So there you go. So maybe you'll want to try something like this and have fun with it. If you just got a bunch of stuff sitting around on your desk and you want to do something with it, put it all in one place, and maybe you'll use it in a journal later on. Because, you know, you can do a lot of different things. Make collections of them and use them in a folio or a altered file folder. I think that would be fun to have those in there too. Give them as gifts. You don't have to use tracing paper. Use regular paper and make pictures and make notes and give them to your friends for Christmas. Because, you know, we're not too far away from Christmas. Oh, okay. All right. So thank you for stopping by. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video.